Libra, welcome back to the channel. Monica Louv here at The Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing a reading for the month of January. Now this is going to be a general reading, so it may resonate with you, it may not. If it does resonate with you, there will be a link in the description box for the extended where I'll go a lot more into detail about your person. Now I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. Okay, so your biggest challenge, Libra, from now until the end of January is the Sun. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Six of Pentacles upright. Okay. So your biggest challenge, Libra, has a lot to do with the Sun, and the Sun is talking about the light that is coming into your life, the positivity. Now, the Sun is a very positive card. It's the most positive card in the tarot. So with the Sun here, there's a very strong energy here of positivity, happiness, warmth, abundance, and at this time, there may be some sort of challenge here in your life that is stopping you from feeling this positive energy, okay? So the Sun essentially is your challenge. And of course, with Mars retrograding, which is the ruling planet of your 7th house, which is connected to your relationships, there could be some sort of challenge here, okay, with a relationship that you're involved in, or there could just simply be challenges in general when it comes to the way in which you're looking at a situation. So there could be a situation in your life where you're not really looking at it from a positive perspective, or you find it challenging, okay? And we're gonna see more about your challenge when we clarify it in a moment. Now, in the recent past, you have the Three of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and you have the Five of Swords. So in the recent past, I do feel there was a very strong emphasis here of wanting to know the truth, okay? Wanting to get to the bottom of something. Some of you could have been going through a very challenging time in the past where there was a lot of pain, there was a lot of disappointment, and I feel like very strongly somebody here was challenging you, okay? There was almost this power struggle energy that was taking place, possibly with you or with two other people, okay? And we're gonna see why this is showing up and what you need to know when we clarify. Now, in the present moment, you have the Seven of Cups, you have the Hierophant, and you have the Knight of Pentacles. So in the present moment, what's showing up for you is a commitment, okay? Now, this could be something that you've committed yourself to. It doesn't have to be a marriage. For some of you, this is a marriage. For others of you, this could be something that you have committed yourself to, okay? And what it appears to be in the present moment with the Seven of Cups is there's some sort of confusion or uncertainty. Now, what I'm picking up on in terms of this combination that's showing up for you is I'm picking up that some of you are dating somebody, okay? It's not going to resonate with all of you. For those of you that really need the message, some of you are dating someone at this time and you really don't know if this person is 100% for you, okay? There's a small energy here in the present moment of options, okay? Options or choices in the present moment. So some of you are dating someone or seeing somebody in the present moment where this person who's coming in, they're taking a very long time, or something in the present moment is taking a very long time to develop. And this is why I originally said when it comes to your challenge, the the 7th house in astrology with Mars being the ruler there is retrograde. So something here in connection to a commitment or a relationship may be taking a very long time to develop, to happen, okay, in the present moment. Now, others of you may not realize this, but even though something in your life is taking a very long time to come in, you have options, you have choices. So committing yourself to one specific thing isn't really required at this moment, just because you should look at the other options, the choices that you have before making a final decision. I am seeing 555 on the clock. So there's some sort of big change that's happening in the present moment in your life. And it could be creating a lot of confusion or a lot of uncertainty, and we'll find out more when we clarify. Now, in the near future, you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Moon, and you have the Hermit. So in the near future, I do strongly feel that there will be some sort of heavy contemplation on your independence, okay? So a lot of you could be focusing on becoming more independent, focusing more on what you're creating for yourself. Now, of course, as we get into February, we're still going to be in Mars retrograde, okay? So that's still going to be there. However, there's an emphasis here of going inward, okay? So when everything is kind of blurry and mushy on the outside, there's a very strong energy of you going within and focusing on yourself. There's something here that's hidden in the near future. I don't know if this is something that you're personally going through or it's just simply more of you going within. We're going to find out when we clarify. Now, what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Six of Pentacles. So what you don't see coming is the fact that a lot of you may reevaluate how you are generous towards certain people, how much you're giving to a situation. Some of you may feel, as we enter into Libra season, and things, by the way, become a lot more balanced for you when the sun enters into Aquarius. I don't know if I said Libra season. If I did, I meant to say Aquarius season. But we're moving into Aquarius, and Aquarius is going to be trining your sun, your moon, or rising, depending on whether your sun, moon, or rising Libra. So essentially, there's something here that's coming into your life where you may feel generous, you may be feeling, in the spirit of giving, but you may pull your energy back, or you may change the way you go about doing certain things. Okay, and this could be connected to something with your past, okay? So let's just hop into the reading. It's very vague now, so let's clarify all the cards and let's see what's going on. Okay, let's clarify your challenge. Oh, interesting. Okay. So for the sun, which is your challenge, it's clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Swords, and you have the Queen of Wands. So your biggest challenge here, Libra, has a lot to do with different energies, okay? Now, these court cards, they're different energies. We have different elements. We have the fire element, we have the air element, and we have the earth element. So your biggest challenge here has a lot to do with certain situations in your life and how you're approaching these situations. I feel like this is very personal, okay? Even though, this may be about a relationship, it may be about a particular person, I feel like this has a lot to do with you and your personalities and how you present yourself. And when I say personalities, not all of you have different personalities, but you have different ways that you may decide to present yourself or put yourself out there. And your biggest message here, your biggest challenge here is to really create some sort of consistency here, okay, in your life in terms of how you want to present yourself and how you want to go about doing things. So for some of you, you have a lot going on, okay? You have different projects going on, you have different responsibilities, obligations. And I think your biggest challenge here to make your life a lot easier and to make your life a lot happier is to really organize that, okay? I feel like organization is going to be a very big component in the month of January for you, okay? And by you organizing yourself, organizing these projects, organizing these plans, it's going to create a lot more happiness in your life. And you may be already doing this. And if you are doing it, you are on the right track. But essentially what this is saying here is what's challenging your happiness is not really having that organization that you need, okay? In every situation that you find yourself in, you will be required to present yourself in a certain way and in a certain light. So ask yourself, am I presenting myself in a certain way, in a certain light, in a certain situation in order to bring happiness to the situation in general? So it's a very specific message. It's not going to resonate with all of you. But that's what I'm seeing in January for you for your challenge. Okay, so let's get into your reading. And of course, we're going to get a lot more clear on your challenge as we get into the reading. Just going to pull all the cards. Okay, bottom of the deck, the Seven of Cups is here again. It's in the center of your reading. So yeah, there's something here about confusion. You know, a lot of you are asking yourself, why is this situation so confusing? Or why is it not working out the way I want it to? This has a lot to do with how you present yourself, okay? Like I said in your challenge. So the more you get clear on how you should present yourself, the more calculating you are. And some of you already do this. I know that. I know some of you as Libra, you do a lot of this calculating in your mind. You're an air sign, okay? So the more you do this, the more you get clear on what you want, and that is what's going to lead to this happiness and abundance. And this is why the Seven of Cups is here, because there is some sort of challenge when it comes to getting clear on something. Okay. And by the way, once you finally get clear on the situation that you have been encountering for quite some time, it's going to lead to a major change. It's going to lead to a lifetime change for you. So in the recent past, you have the Hermit, you have the Judgment, and you have the Two of Wands. So in the recent past, I do feel like you spent a lot of time in solitude, contemplating the direction of your life. Okay. Some of you moved in the recent past, like you literally moved homes or locations, or you were in some sort of deliberation about the direction of your life. And I feel like you really were trying to find the answers to this situation. Others of you, there was some sort of painful event or situation that happened in your life, and there was a choice or a decision to let maybe someone go from the past to start something new. Some of you literally started a new relationship, or you recently got married in the past. There was a choice or decision, okay, about that. Should I have a new beginning with this person? Should I not have a new beginning? Should I just have a new beginning in general in love? You also have the Three of Swords. So in the recent past, I do feel like there was a challenge that you faced. And I feel like this is more internal than anything else. It's more personal than it is general when it comes to a specific person. I do feel like you had no other choice in the recent past to have a new beginning because of some sort of conflict that you were experiencing or facing with particular people. There were certain people in your life that maybe were against you, or you felt like you constantly were being challenged by these people. And a lot of you may have said to yourself, you know what, I don't need to put up with this. I can just disconnect and I can have a new beginning. So there was major changes here in the past, because I think what was really important to you in the past, Libra, was being happy. The priority here in the past was, I want to be happy. I don't want to put myself in a situation where I feel like I'm constantly challenged, I'm constantly getting hurt. So you literally moved yourself, or you disconnected in some way, shape, or form to bring back that happiness. Okay. And this is why your challenge is the Sun, because a lot of you may be watching this right now and you may be saying, I just want to be happy again. I just want to feel that abundance and I want to feel that happiness. Okay, so that's what I feel like happened in the past. Now, in the present moment, there's something in your life that's been very difficult, and it's been difficult because there's a lack of clarity on the situation. You've been feeling stuck. There's been a lack of action being taken. And of course, a lot of us are feeling stuck right now because of the Mars retrograde. It's really, whenever Mars retrograde happens, it literally zaps you of all your energy, okay? And then it's hard to take action or move, okay? Unless you have Mars retrograde natally in your natal chart in astrology, then this is gonna be a very beneficial time for you, but majority of us don't have that. So some of you watching this, what you don't realize right now is the more you're trying to make something work, the more you find yourself stuck. And what you may not realize is the timing is so important, okay? The timing is so important here because the Ace of Pentacles is appearing now, okay? And what the Ace of Pentacles is saying in the present moment is there is an opportunity that is presenting itself to you in the present moment, but there's no point in forcing the situation or trying to constantly make the situation work because the timing needs to be right. So with Mars retrograde, it's very important that you're patient with yourself during this time. And instead of trying to force something to work, look at the current situation that you're in and see where there's an opportunity, because there is a hidden opportunity in the present moment if you stop and you look around. Some of you are so busy doing stuff that you're not really clear on what it is exactly that you need to do. So taking things one step at a time is really important in order to see the opportunity that is presenting itself. Some of you right now in the present moment, you feel alone. Okay, there's a strong energy here of feeling alone. And you're asking yourself, is this person going to come towards me? Are they going to take action towards me? I feel like they are. But again, your ruler Mars is retrograde until, I believe it's until February 23rd. So another few more weeks where, and a lot of you may be watching and saying, I can't wait another few weeks. But here's the thing, the more you force something in the present moment to happen the way that you want it to without allowing it to go through its process and flow, the more you miss an opportunity here. Okay. So during this time when this person or this opportunity is coming in towards you, it's really important that you find people that are going to support you. I feel like these delays that are taking place in the present moment are happening because this is the time now where you need to gather your resources, gather the people and the resources that are going to help you on this project, this thing that you're doing. In the meantime, there's something here about a specific person that you're dealing with. Some of you are dealing with a specific person who may not be coming towards you in the best light, okay? And this is why one of the things that you may not realize is you have options, okay? You have choices, you have options. Your choices, and your options have a lot to do with opportunities that are coming into your life. However, if you decide to rush very quickly into something, it could lead to you committing yourself to something here that you don't really feel you're ready to commit to. Okay. And I'm just going to throw this scenario out there. Again, it's not going to resonate with all of you, but some of you are dating someone and you haven't really become friends with them. It's very important now that you become friends with this person and you really get to know them before jumping into things with them. Because what ends up happening, because the Hierophant is here, what ends up happening is a lot of you jump into something during this Mars retrograde and you don't really know who you're dealing with. Okay. And again, this doesn't have to be romantic. Some of you, this is business. Like you may be working with certain people and you don't really know who they are. You don't really understand who they are. So take your time. Don't rush into situations. And when you do that, the right opportunity is going to show up for you. And most importantly, it's going to feel right. It's not going to feel like something is forced. Okay. And this is what I feel is happening for you in the present moment. Now, in the near future, there's a very strong emphasis here on being independent, single, independent, doing your thing. Now, even though you may be in a commitment at this time, there's going to be more emphasis on independence here in the near future. You have the Nine of Pentacles here twice. So a lot of you could be starting a business in the near future, focusing on yourself. You're becoming more self-reliant in the near future. And there's something here about setting boundaries because in the present moment, some of you may have this experience where you've been really giving a lot to a situation, a person, a situation, but there hasn't been equal reciprocation back. And some of you may get this feeling in the near future that it's time for you to go out on your own, to do things on your own, to not be reliant on other people or other situations. So I do strongly feel you're going to have some sort of set boundaries, set values here in the near future. And what this is going to do, it's a good thing because what this is going to do for you, Libra, it's going to bring that happiness back into your life, that warmth, that stability. The Sun is a stable card. It's a card of joy, abundance. It's like everything is going my way, right? And that's what you want. You want to get back to this place where everything just flows for you. It doesn't feel like there's resistance, right? But when your ruler of the seventh house is retrograde, your person, those people that are coming in to help you now are debilitated. Okay, it's debilitated. Mars is a natural malefic. And when it's retrograde, it's even more in this state of unhelpfulness. So it's almost like people or situations that are coming into your life, they're not really as helpful as maybe as they once were. But that's okay. That's temporary. It's only going to last for a few more weeks and then Mars finally goes direct. So a lot of you are learning in the near future to set boundaries, to set some sort of expectations for yourself. Instead of setting expectations for others, it's like, what do I need to do to improve myself in order for me to get to this level of being self-sufficient? And this is really good because it's a part of your evolution. It's a part of you creating that compartment within yourself to become the fullest and best version of yourself. Okay. What you don't see coming with the moon here, because the moon is a very secretive card, there's going to be major changes in the near future. I would look out around the full moons, the next full moon that's taking place in January, closer to February. And I see you moving away from something. Okay. It could be someone from your past or a situation connected to your past. And a lot of you are moving away from the situation because it doesn't serve you anymore. Okay, something is coming to an end. You've been overthinking this for quite some time. I do feel like there is going to be this nail in the coffin kind of energy where something just shuts down or closes out for you. And this is, in a way, it's a good thing, even though a lot of you may be saying, oh no, you know, it shouldn't really be like that, etc., etc. Something here just doesn't hold value for you anymore. So in the near future, I see you cleaning house. It's like you're literally cleaning your house and you're removing all of the things that don't work for you. And what this is going to lead to is it's going to lead to a new cycle for you. And that's why January is great, because January is when the sun is going to enter into the sign of Aquarius, which is going to highlight. It's going to highlight your life in so many different ways. It's going to highlight your ability to recognize what is actually working for you and what is not, and then eliminating what is not working for you, because something here in the near future just doesn't hold value for you anymore. Okay. So getting clear on how you're going to approach certain situations. That's what your challenge is about. How are you presenting yourself to certain people, certain situations? Because that is going to determine your happiness. Okay. It's not always what the other person's doing. It's what you have control over within yourself. And this is what's going to create more balance in your life. And it's most importantly going to create more abundance here. Okay. So let's get some advice for you. What is the advice for you for the remaining month of January? Your biggest piece of advice is recognizing, again, there's a very strong emphasis here, Libra, of how you present yourself. Okay. It's a very strong emphasis here, how you talk, how you speak, how you look, how you go about doing certain things. And the biggest piece of advice here is to recognize what situation or circumstance you're in and how do you communicate about it, right? So for example, the Queen of Swords, she's very logical. She's very organized. She is somebody who dictates and directs. And the Queen of Cups, she's very emotional. She's very much full of love, and she's very much, you know, emotional in situations. So is there a situation in your life, regardless of whether or not it's a relationship, anything, any circumstance, situation that you're involved in, where can you create balance between your emotions and your logic? Okay, because some of you could be overly emotional about a situation, and then as a result of that, the situation doesn't really work out the way you want it to. Whereas others of you, you're overly emotional, okay, overly logical. So ask yourself, am I being too overly emotional or overly logical in a situation, and how can I create balance? Because by you creating balance, you're going to see more harmony in your life. Okay. Instead of disharmony, you're going to see harmony. And if there's a situation in your life that is out of balance, maybe by you changing the way you are presenting yourself into the situation, it will change the outcome. Okay. And this is going to be super important because this has a lot to do with a marriage, a commitment that you're involved in, some form of a relationship. Because like I said, and it's a big thing for you because Mars is your 7th house ruler. The people you're dealing with, they're kind of out of it. I have to keep it real with you. So by you adjusting yourself to these people, and I know a lot of you may say, I don't need to adjust myself. I don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything at all. But if you want better relationships and you want things to be more balanced in your life, how you present yourself is going to be huge. Okay, this is going to be huge, especially as we move into Venus retrograde, which is coming up. So yeah, so this is your biggest piece of advice. Recognize how you're presenting yourself in a situation and ask yourself how you can create more balance, which is ultimately going to create more harmony and more abundance for you, okay? A bit of a murky reading. I hope you got something from it. I want to thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.